Alrighty, let's kick it off. Yeah, boy. All right, so we cannot have candles in the cinema, but you certainly can have a happy, happy birthday.
Oh my God, thank you. Jeez.
Now, I want to point out on camera here that this was actually Sarah, not me.
Okay.
All of this, aside from the provided popcorn, Sarah, done well. Happy birthday, Sam.
Thank you.
What I'm going to do is put this at the back here so you can see it
Oh my God.
on camera.
I love the candles in the popcorn.
The candles in the popcorn. It is crucial. We are jumping straight into it today. I had to catch him off guard, make sure that we were recording, and then run off to get some popcorn. Sam, it's your birthday today. How are you feeling?
It is. Old.
Yes, that seems to be the case. You hit a certain age and then that's enough aging. Thank you.
But apart from that, good.
Good. You got to come in, watch a movie. That's a good way to start your day.
It is.
You were surprised by how much you enjoyed the movie.
Yes.
Also a good way to start a movie experience.
Exactly right.
That's good.
Yeah, no, definitely.
And yes, this is from me.
Thank you very much.
You are welcome. Please enjoy with your children.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, so I went down
Back
the
to
same
the
sort of
future.
route. Same route, obviously my birthday.
Thank you very
the
much.
F1, and then I saw that and I was like, oh yes, must match that. And on theme, Back to the Future. Sort of jealous.
Yes, can I go back?
And
thank you so much.
you're welcome. Let's get into it.
Let's do it.
We are back with No Bad Seats, the Regent Cinemas podcast with myself, Luke, and the birthday boy.
Myself, Sam.
That's right. And we are here. Now, we got a lot to talk about today. I attended the Supergirl premiere last night.
Mm-hmm.
You were busy and had to pass on your ticket to a friend of mine who was very happy that you were busy because he got to attend, and that's always a fun time.
Yeah.
You got to watch Supergirl today, and yeah, now we get to talk about it.
You sure did. You watched Toy Story 5 in the meantime as well, because I think,
did.
what are we, like 1-2 weeks off, haven't we yet? I think the last thing we did was Disclosure Day.
Yeah, we did Disclosure Day, Toy Story 5. Now, we held off Toy Story 5 because you still haven't seen it.
Yes.
Because you want to bring the kids, school holidays, it's all coming up. And that's fair. Now, I say I just take one for the team and don't see it with my kids, and just be like, it's part of the job. No, I watched a little bit with my son. He had to go home because his belly was sore because he was coughing a little bit and kept drinking lemonade every time he coughed. And I think he had way too much lemonade in like such a short period of time. He's like, Dad, my belly's sore. And I'm like, yeah, maybe we go.
Let's not vomit in the cinema.
So I caught the rest at a different time, and now he's really excited because him and my wife are going to come to see it and on the school holidays and have a little mum and son time.
Very nice.
So they're going to see that. So that's exciting. But yeah, Toy Story 5, what can I say about it? I am really on board with what they've done with the franchise, with changing it to Bonnie and how they sort of went through that transition, and now we're sort of seeing that play out a bit more. I'm really liking that. I think that's a cool way to keep it going for a new generation, all of that sort of thing. And
I loved the fact that the director came out and said that he chose to direct it because he didn't want anyone else to fuck it up.
Yep, that's fair. I mean, that's...
Which also was the reason that Oppenheimer made the bomb.
Yeah, well, that's... Yeah, do we compare it to Oppenheimer? The movie?
Or the event? No.
All I'll say is, if we're just looking at like sheer numbers, this is the highest grossing Toy Story opening in the franchise.
Oh, really?
By far.
Wow.
It's just been a continued uptick, and this is like a really big uptick, which is great. That's awesome to see because obviously this is a beloved franchise. The reception's been really, really positive, and the numbers have been huge. For us personally, I think 2 weeks beforehand, we had one of our biggest days on a Saturday since 2024. with Backrooms and Obsession and everything all at once. And then last weekend with Toy Story, we topped it by over 200 people in a day. So that's significant, which is really cool to see.
And I think that, like, a testament to what you were saying, they've done so well at spanning this franchise across generations.
Yeah.
Like, our generation absolutely adores it.
Yep.
Our kids adore it. Like, it's,
exactly.
It's really spanned.
But it's almost like the perfect transition point, because we grew up, Andy was the guy, and now he's passed it on to the kids, and we're sort of doing the same thing. Now, obviously, they're also growing up with Andy because they're watching the franchise from the start, but the first ones that they're getting to experience in the cinema are these later ones, which is cool. In terms of how the film, like how it laid out, I got a message from a friend saying rank them, and I'm like, well, for me, 1 and 2 are untouchable classics. Like those are the ones I grew up with. I love them.
2 never really hit for me.
Oh man,
There's
love
parts
2.
When I say it doesn't hit, it's still like a.
It doesn't hit.
It's still like a 4.5 out of 5, or even a 5 out of 5. It's just, of the Toy Story movies, for me, for some reason, number 2 never really hit as hard as the others.
Toy Story 2 was the first one I saw in the cinema.
Yeah, okay.
But I had watched the first one. I had the Buzz Woody. Like, I used to get up when I was a kid, flick Toy Story on VCR, chucking in all the time. So I recall going to see it in the cinema. I understood that they were referencing Star Wars by that time. Like, all of the sort of things that tied in like 99 when that movie came out.
Yeah.
It was like, probably, now that I'm thinking about it, like the earliest sort of understanding of referencing other things and like making sort of satirical elements to that.
Yep.
I loved it's one of the best intros of all time, with Buzz, and then the whole thing turning out to be a video game. Like, that is super fun. You've got Wayne Knight in it, which, who doesn't love Newman? Anytime he's in something, I'm like, Newman, hell yeah. And even at that age, I specifically remember I had watched too much Seinfeld by 5. It's, it's just one of those shows that was always on, and I understood who Newman was. But yeah, like, even like those things, like and then introduction of Jesse and Bullseye and Woody's Roundup, I'm like seeing all that play out so different. I mean, I can't fault it. I love Toy Story 2. Toy Story 3 was like a high school one for me, and again, probably perfect transition time, but even with hindsight,
number 3 was a big hit.
It was a massive hit.
Like, and I mean that, like, obviously it was a massive hit in box office and everything, but it was a big hit to, like, our generation of, like, that Passover and like the dramatic essence of it was like big.
I think it was by that point, though, for me, Toy Story 3 has never like got to that level of 1, 2 because I didn't watch it as a kid, it wasn't that repeat. And I've now watched it a lot with my son, and I'm like, I still really love this movie, but it doesn't have the same essence to me that the first 2 do. And then 4, even less so.
I loved 4. We came and saw 4 at the cinema without kids. I can't remember, what year did it come out?
2019.
Yeah, so it was before we'd had kids. Loved it. Think it's great. Definitely the lowest of the lot.
I think
again, we're still talking 4s and 5s.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Through. It's like the margin for error is so small. I think the same, but I'm also like, I don't know where I'm like on this like Toy Story ranking where it's like 3 and 4 sit below for me, and I think 5 might have like be above both of those. But I'm like trying to decide between like recency bias versus I've seen these films so many times that I've grown to love them. So like I'm tossing up between like where the bias is. But I think this Toy Story 5 is very heavily about Jessie, and it ties into Toy Story 2 quite heavily. And her story and how she was abandoned and all of that. And they actually show some of the scenes that you saw of her flashback again. So seeing that probably is what edges the other 2 out for me, that because I love Toy Story 2 so much, it's sort of like pulling back to that, which is really cool. There's a lot of fun to be had in it, like a lot of fun.
They've kept that the whole way through. Like, everything's always so on point with the comedy side of things that they just, the kids are laughing, but the adults are laughing too because we're like, this is proper hilarious.
One thing that I'll say, also the thing that probably edges it, Conan O'Brien, and Conan O'Brien is in it way more than I was expecting him to be in it.
Okay.
Like, he's a pretty central part of the story, and I thought he was just going to be like, this is a new character that they added, you know.
A little bit like Keanu Reeves' character.
Yeah, that's what I was expecting.
Yeah.
And we didn't get that. He's pretty central to the story, which is great. And somehow they still managed to get his hair in there, which is super fun.
Yeah.
And when you see it, like, that's one that makes you go, yep, brilliant.
Yeah.
So that's another upside for me. But I really, really enjoyed Toy Story 5. I thought it was, super exciting and a lot of fun. And
so give us your current ranking.
I think it would be 1, 2, 5, 3, 4.
Okay. I think mine's currently 1, 3, 2, 4. 1, 3, 2, 4.
Right.
So be interesting to see where 5 lands.
Yeah, for sure.
I love also the way, like, looking at them now, how far the animation has progressed.
Oh, yeah.
You look at the new stuff and it's like, there's a level of realism to it almost, where it's like,
the details.
It's so close to being real, but it's not, because they still live in that animation world. It doesn't get Uncanny Valley or anything like that. No. They've just done such a good job with that.
I will say one thing that frustrated me, and it wasn't an issue with the 4th one. It's not even a real big deal, but it just frustrated me knowing this. Mr. Potato Head is in 5. Mm-hmm. He wasn't really in 4 a lot. And it didn't really matter.
They were in the car, I think, the whole time, weren't they? Yeah. They were in the RV or something like that. Yeah.
So in 5, he is in it because they all are. But Don Rickles died after the 3rd one.
Yeah.
So they've got a new voice actor, and it's the guy who does the voice for Bugs Bunny.
Right, okay.
He's not obviously doing the Bugs Bunny voice, he's doing a Mr. Potato Head voice.
Mr. Potato Head walks in and is like, what's up, Duck?
But, that just like noticeable difference. Yeah. And I don't think anyone like would really notice, but when you're someone who like hears voices really well, those things frustrate the heck out of me.
Yeah.
And that, I was like, he's not even doing a bad job, it's just not Don Rickles. And that's like, you know what I mean? Like that's a hard...
Sometimes you kind of want to like let them...
Yeah.
Let the character go.
Well, I mean, it's like
almost.
The Simpsons, you know, Lionel Hutz.
Yeah.
Lionel Hutz and who was it? Troy McClure.
Yeah.
You know, haven't been around in 30 years.
Yeah.
It's like stuff like that. It's like now we.
There's a reason.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like Slinky was different, but maybe like they were. You could sort of pass it off as like they all had.
Who did Slinky?
Aged. I can't remember.
I almost want to say it was Hank Azaria.
Probably.
Because it's almost a Mo voice. And I have a feeling it might potentially be.
All right, let's look it up. Let's look it up. Who's the voice of Slinky? And we're going back to Toy Story 1. And then we will start talking about a couple of other things. Toy Story, let's see. Slinky Dog, Jim Varney.
Oh, okay.
And he was he still in... Nope, he died in 2000, so he hasn't been the voice of Slinky Dog in a while.
Who's number 2?
Let's go to... Well, he was the voice of Slinky in 2.
Oh.
Was Slinky in 3?
I believe so. Yeah.
This is crazy. Slinky Dog, Blake Clark.
He's not Hank Azaria.
No, it's not. And let's see, is he? And he's still the voice of...
Okay.
There you go. So whoever's done it since 3.
Yeah.
There you go. Real interesting content for those who are listening.
The fact check.
That's content. It. All right. Let's get into it. We've had a couple of trailers come out, but the one that we've been really quite excited about, Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, this trailer has turned around my whole attitude towards this movie.
Yep.
I was going into Spider-Man pretty like, I'll see it, but I'm not super excited, which considering like
the way Marvel's been up until this point for this phase, it's like nothing's really grabbing you.
Yes, 100%. And Spider-Man's my favorite Marvel character.
Yeah.
So like, it kind of sucks to not be excited about it. But seeing this trailer, I am completely on board.
I feel like Spider-Man for me, Tom Holland has never been Spider-Man to me.
That
and
also
just, like,
is part of it.
It's made it really hard because I just feel like I just don't really like him. I don't really like his supporting cast. I don't like Zendaya as MJ. I don't really think Ned does much for the.
Yeah.
You know, it's fine, but
it never really reaches that tier of like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah. He just doesn't feel like the Spider-Man I grew up with.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm like, you know, whatever.
It's funny because like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, obviously we both grew up with. Absolutely adore, love it.
Yep.
There's something about Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man though, and the supporting characters that gets me way more excited. And when they were announcing people for those,
what it is for me is that Tobey's Spider-Man was the Spidey I grew up watching the movies of, but I was reading comics and I was watching animated and I was playing the games, and all of those had one thing that the Tobey Spidey didn't have, and it was like the humor, the quippiness, all of that. And then they leaned right into that with Andrew, and like when he's Spider-Man, like on top of the visuals for the Amazing Spider-Man movies being just stunning and the best Spider-Man visuals that we've seen, and I'll, you know,
number two, gorgeous.
Unbelievable. It looks so good considering it's a movie that everyone hates. Like Spider-Man has not looked that good when swinging. But he quips, and he does quips that feel like Spider-Man quips. I feel like then when Tom Holland came out, they were like, yeah, Spider-Man quips. And he's like, hey, you guys know that really old movie? And Star Wars?
Yeah.
Ha 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 ha. And it's like those Marvel jokes that like anyone would make.
I was going to say, it felt like came straight out of the Marvel writers' room.
It's like whoever, what, make him say this.
Yeah.
Like, or it's like that, he's behind me, isn't he, type joke.
Yep.
And he's felt like that the entire way through. And like, even in this trailer, it feels like, okay, the quippy thing, we're getting the thing with him stretching.
Yeah.
Makes me go, okay, that's sort of the, like, you could see Andrew doing the same thing. You know, I'm not a teenager anymore.
Someone pointed out how much in the new trailer there's a lot of movement that he does that feels like Andrew's movement when he was in the suit, like the little like jitteriness and like doing things and like that. They were like, that feels really like what Andrew was doing. So it's like maybe he's taking some notes.
Still and I feel like honestly, Tom has gone back through every bit of Spider-Man stuff and just been like, I like that, I like that, I like that, I like that. We need to make this like Spider-Man now.
Yeah.
I feel like I actually feel sort of confident knowing how much he cares and that he was so involved. Now seeing it, I'm like, oh, hold on a moment. He might have actually sort of talked them away from making it more Marvel.
We were talking about this too. I'm sure the first trailer didn't look this good, like in terms of grading, in terms of the look.
Yeah, it's probably...
like it's all the same footage.
I was more excited from the first trailer than I was expecting to be. But this latest one made me go, oh yeah, okay, I'm really...
like, and talking to that, the grading and the actual look of the film.
It's all those touch-ups as the film's getting closer.
It looks so good.
It really does.
It's not that grey Marvel look. It's not that like washed out.
Yeah, there's contrast.
Yeah, there's contrast. There's shadows. Oh my God. It's like as if shadows re-entered the universe.
Yep.
Like,
that's it.
They came through with Toby's Spider.
That's it.
Came through the portal.
I think it just looks great. The one thing I could probably do without, I want to see how they play it. I didn't need Bruce Banner in this movie. I probably didn't need Punisher in this movie, but
again, this comes back to this whole argument of like not learning from past mistakes. But like Amazing Spider-Man 2 had like so many villains, and I'm like, we've got Hulk, not a villain, Punisher, not a villain, but like
we're seeing him fight both of them in the trailer.
Exactly.
So.
And then we've also got Scorpion, and then we've also got a big bad, and then we've also got a group of bads, like,
and then we've got. Yeah, like
we're up to like 7 people that he's fighting, and I'm like, where are we going? Like, this is like, and I'm keen to see Scorpion. Like,
I feel like the whole Scorpion thing is not going to be.
It's probably going to be like the
opening scene. It's going to be him fighting old mate at the start of Amazing Spider-Man, where he knocks on the window and he's like, wind down the window,
which is unfortunate.
Because Scorpion's great.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Like that actor, he's been waiting around a long time.
And sometimes I'm like, why are we like Scorpion? I mean, Vulture got his own movie, but like Scorpion, Rhino, these are big characters in the Spider-Man universe. Like, why are we not?
Why haven't we seen Hammerhead yet? That's what I want to know.
Keep going back to like, and especially in the Marvel universe, they're like, this villain that's not quite a villain that you know, but they're from a different franchise, but we're going to kind of push them into Spider-Man.
So that we can then transition. Like, it looks like
tying movies together. And
I
just make
heard
a good
something,
movie.
Obviously we know, and we haven't seen the role yet, but we know that it's Sadie Sink.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of speculation that she's Jean Grey. Lots of speculation that she is Rachel Summers, which is Jean and Scott's child.
Yep.
And then there's someone else that I didn't know, like I wasn't familiar with the character, Madam something. Madam Web.
No.
Dakota Johnson takes over. I am the Madam of this web. No, Spider-Man.
Sydney Sweeney comes down from the roof.
Finally, I made the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Oh man, we were talking about that last night when Sydney Sweeney was like talking about being part of the Marvel Universe on the red carpet for Madam Web, and it was like, ooh, nobody informed her. Oh yes, that's how they got her to sign. No wonder there's 3 big names in this.
She thought she had a contract for like 10 movies.
Woo, 10 movies, and I'm going to hang out with Robert Downey Jr. and So anyway, I think Spider-Man looks great.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably, we've got a pretty big month. We've got The Odyssey coming out. We've got Spider-Man coming out, and like right before all of that, we've got Moana. And if we want to talk big months for people of our generation, Jackass Best at Last is coming out next week. So that's gonna be fun. We'll have to try and fit in a podcast somewhere. Obviously, like our time normally is going to be hard pressed because of the school holidays.
Even if we do a like retrospective one in 2 weeks or something like that, just going, hey, these are the ones we saw over the holidays.
Yep. Or we like just go film somewhere else weirdly.
Oh yeah, true.
Just go find a weird spot to go and film. We'll sit on the roof.
Set up on a crossing.
Yeah, we'll sit on the roof above Dean Street and just like, this is what we thought. So yeah, all right, Spider-Man. Let's get into the film that, now we've had a lot of discussion about the DCU because we're both DC fans, a lot of discussion about James Gunn because I don't really like him, nor in the, I don't mind him, I just don't really like him as the creative in charge of DC. Mm-hmm. And my biggest concern with Supergirl, it was the one that when Superman, Supergirl, all of it was announced, I was most excited for this movie.
Yeah, okay.
They released the trailer for Superman. I watched that. It still felt too James Gunn to me. I was like, hanging out hope. Lanterns is coming out. Clayface is coming out. Supergirl's coming out. 3 different creatives. We're not just getting Peacemaker and Creature Commandos and all James Gunn projects. Finally, we're seeing some variation. Then I saw the trailer for this and I was like, oh.
It's Guardians of the Galaxy.
James Gunn was like, yes, Craig Gillespie, directed exactly the way I want it. Here's my fingerprints all over it.
I think I said on the podcast, I was like, this is a reskin of Guardians of the Galaxy.
So, yeah, exactly. And I was a little bit, I still was hopeful for it, but the more that came out, the more I was like, oh, this feels more like James Gunn than I was hoping. Mm-hmm. And again, no shade if that's the style you like. It's not my favorite. I think he just leans on too many things, and I was concerned that was going to happen here. Now, I will say I am happy to announce that a lot of the issues that I expected to have weren't there. There was still a couple. There's still a couple of those issues, and it has its issues. But I quite enjoyed Supergirl. I really I feel like I'm in the minority here because I'm seeing a lot of critics throwing it under the bus, saying it's like the next Morbius, and I'm like, come on.
There's no way it's the next Morbius.
Granted, it's tracking it box office wise. It's tracking it like Craven levels, which I feel like is probably adding to it. It's like you've got the Marvels, Craven, Madam Web. That's the sort of arena the box office is looking in. But I honestly think it deserves more than any of those films.
I think it's better than. Well, I haven't even seen Craven, but better than all of those as a movie. I walked out of it and I said to someone, there is at least 10 Marvel movies that made $1 billion that are worse than that. Yeah, 100%.
By far.
Yeah. But that is not to say it's a great movie.
No.
That's to say that Marvel... Marvel's bar is down here.
I just
for
think
a lot of stuff.
It's like, it's not. Look, Supergirl is one of those films I wasn't expecting much. I was pleasantly surprised.
Yes.
It's good. It's not great. It's got its issues, but not as many as I was expecting. And it's definitely, I'm going to probably go in being a defender of this film because I feel like it's getting a lot of hate that it doesn't deserve. Now, you're saying that you don't think you've
I haven't seen too much of that.
All I've seen is negativity about the film. It's just come out on Rotten Tomatoes for 57.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So
I would have expected somewhere around the 70.
Yeah.
High 60s, low 70s is where I would place it.
Yeah. It's it's fully...
Yeah, okay. So most of what I had seen was people saying, it's fine, it has its issues, it's all right.
Those are the positive reviews.
yeah, which is not great.
Which is, And
but
I honestly
that is
think
about
that's
right.
I honestly feel like it's a shame. Like, we got to stop with the needle drops in films. It really annoys me when we're like, let's lean on a music score to convey the emotion or to do all this sort of stuff. And I was concerned that it would happen with this film. It was more bad than good. There was some good with those.
I didn't have as much of an issue with it with this, and I didn't notice the needle drops too much.
Yeah, right.
There's one particular one at the end which you pointed out that you really disliked. I liked the song. I didn't like the cover they did of it.
I liked the song. Yeah. I liked the song.
I think if they had used the original song, I think it would have worked better.
Yeah, I didn't like the cover. I agree. Didn't like the cover. I liked the song fine. I didn't think it fit in that spot at all. And there was another moment, and I was just like, why are we doing this? Like, you could have a cool score that makes it interesting, but you just have to have this hey, look, we're doing 80s.
Yeah.
I'm fucking James Gunn. I'm Craig Gillespie, and I grew up listening to this music. Girl power, woo! It just feels like you just ease it back. We don't need to do it with every film. Stop doing it with every film.
And I think where that was where a lot of comparison was drawn to Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, exactly.
Guardians of the Galaxy had a purposeful reason that he had a mixtape that he had from Earth from the 80s.
There was one scene in Supergirl where they addressed that. And I liked that they addressed her understanding her powers, hearing everything, and using music to drown that out.
Yeah.
I like that.
But she's using an iPod.
Yep.
And then later on she's got a cassette player.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it's Star-Lord's cassette player. And I'm like...
Well, it was Star-Lord's orange.
Yeah, I'm like why did you go backwards? What?
Yeah.
I'm all for analog stuff, but that seems like a really weird choice because we are set after she has been to Earth. And
I mean, even Star-Lord got an iRiver. Eventually. did he not? Or a Zoom or something?
Something like
Zoom?
That,
yeah.
But yeah, I'm much the same. Went in with quite low expectations. Was not really excited for the movie at all, which is disappointing. It's disappointing to see this not do as well as something like when Wonder Woman came out. I remember when Wonder Woman came out and everyone was...
Yeah, it was a big deal.
It was a big push. It was a big deal. Girls everywhere were super excited.
Well, haters will say Zack Snyder ruined DC and here we are because of him. And it's no, because we had Batman vs Superman and then Wonder Woman came out.
Yeah.
Yep.
And there was little girls everywhere dressed up as Wonder Woman.
Exactly.
So excited.
Supergirl should be that level. Now, I don't think Supergirl, on a brand recognition level, is the same level as
not at all.
Wonder Woman in that sense. But and she's not exactly, I mean, they really heavily leaned on, she's not Wonder Woman perfect.
Oh, no, vibe. So it's not, you probably don't want your 5-year-old daughter.
But what it's sort of, I like that the messaging is that she's not perfect. We were having this is super random, but we were having a discussion last night about teeth.
Okay.
And then, I'll give you context. Someone bought some minties. I was talking about when I was a kid, I was chewing on a minty, and then I was like, why is this part of the minty hard? And it was not a minty, it was in fact my tooth that had come out.
Okay.
So we were talking about teeth in that respect. And then someone said, oh, did you notice Millie's teeth during the film? And I said, I actually did. Now, I'm, as someone who has a tooth missing because of a dentist who made an incorrect decision when I was a child, I noticed teeth, and I had noticed her teeth in the film and how they're not perfect.
Yeah.
And I said, I actually sort of really like that for Kara's character, because you sort of look at Supergirl, you look at Superman, it's like the perfect figure, like everything's perfectly cut, and teeth being one of those things where it's like you sort of anticipate these perfect.
Yeah.
And it almost played with the character because they could have fixed it or done something or put something in, like had her wear something.
Yeah.
And they chose not to, or whether or not it was even a concern.
Well, yeah.
But it was something that they didn't bother addressing, and I sort of was like, cool, she's not perfect. That's sort of the point. And we're leaning on that. Happy days. I liked it.
No, I agree. I think speaking to that
Any direct comments about her teeth?
No, I'm going to leave those ones to you. We'll speak about Millie Alcock, though.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Oh, she was fantastic.
Amazing job.
Yep. I definitely... she's been one of the reasons I've been so excited. I loved her in House of the Dragon. I thought she was fantastic. I really love seeing Australians do well, start to get... When her name was being thrown around, I was like, yes, make sure it happens. It happened. Cool. Yeah. She copped a lot of hate online, which is a shame.
But like, why?
But people are just idiots, that's why. And yeah, honestly, she's fantastic.
She knocked it out of the park at Supergirl. I'm like excited to see her as Supergirl in future movies and see where she sort of fits
goes
into that.
From here. I think the story was told well, moves on.
And Craig Gillespie directing, I think did a great job.
Yeah.
Like we said, I had low expectations, but in the end, it was an enjoyable, fun watch.
Yep.
And it didn't follow Guardians of the Galaxy, so I was happy.
Yes.
I was really expecting it to just be like almost carbon copy, and what we got was actually very different to that. So I was like, oh, okay, I'm cool with this. The bad guy was just like a straight up bad guy.
Yeah, he was pretty lame.
But I kind of like that he didn't have any big motivation of oh, we're going to tie it back to he was abused as a child and all that. He was just a bad dude.
Yeah,
he was straight bad. And I was like,
tell that because he had a Russian accent. It's just like the most typical thing. They're just like, make the accent. He's an alien. Russian?
Russian? Yeah,
sure, go for it. He was always eating. Did you notice that? He was like Han in Fast and Furious. He was just always snacking.
Yeah, that's true. Because what did he get?
He got the pie straight at the start, and then he got the cereal, and then
the milk.
Yep. He always had I don't know whether it was an acting choice or what.
Yeah.
But he always had some sort of food.
Yep. I was really happy to see we didn't get too much of crypto.
Yeah, I agree.
Because that, I think, was a worry for both of us that they were going to lean really heavily on this crypto thing. And
the whole thing, you've now had 2 Superman movies in a row where crypto is the point. You've had 2 Superman movies in a row, or 2 super family movies in a row where crypto is oh, we got to get crypto back. Oh, we got to save crypto. It's come on, if you're making him too much the central point, he's then
the crypto
MacGuffin.
Universe.
He's the MacGuffin for every plot line, and 2 in a row is too many already.
Yeah.
I understand that when you've introduced this character, then you've got to be like, how do we not have him there?
Because you could make the argument that the reason they're going on the quest or whatever is because of the young girl's family.
Yeah.
And that sort of revenge plot.
But
yes,
you need a reason to bring Kara into that.
Yeah, and then they're like, let's just get crypto.
It's just an odd choice to do that when... No, it's an odd choice to make it such a big aspect of Superman, knowing that they were basing Supergirl on this comic, where that's the main plot. And then doing that, it's just don't do it in Superman then.
Yeah, for this I think it worked really well, and I think Superman could have done without it.
You didn't necessarily need it in Superman. So that's an odd choice there, and hopefully it's not.
Hopefully after this we're not getting too much more crypto.
Yeah,
I don't care if he flies through a scene or something.
I'm fine with getting more crypto. Just don't make him the
central point.
The central point, the reason for the story to progress. Crypto can be there, and crypto should be there. He's part of it all, but he doesn't need to be if crypto gets kidnapped again at this point, put him up for adoption.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So
he's taken over the role of Lois Lane.
Yeah, exactly.
Instead of saving Lois, we're saving crypto.
Now, we also got Jason Momoa as Lobo. Now, this is one that he has been pushing for years. This is what he wanted to do before Aquaman. This is what he was sort of hoping that he would get a role to play at some point.
Which you'd be surprised that is the case.
Yes, considering, as you said, he phones it in.
It feels like a real, like, oh yeah, I'm Lobo. Like,
I feel like Jason Momoa 10 years ago really wanted this, and Jason Momoa 10 years ago could have been this role as well, and it would have been really cool. But 10 years ago, he would have committed to it fully, and now he's in the, I don't really care, I'm just having fun with it.
I'll show up for a few
I'm being
days of
Jason
filming.
Momoa, I'm just being myself, have a cigar, and like
ride a motorbike.
Like there's literally,
Yell
it's just
yeehaw.
Exactly. There's not a lot to it that is beyond.
There's a couple of moments where I enjoyed what he was doing.
He was fine. He just there wasn't anything special about what he was doing.
No, and I didn't love his look.
No,
I felt like there was something missing from it to make him really like. It just never got to that point of like, oh wow, we've got Lobo.
It did feel like cosplay.
Yeah,
and like not to hate on cosplay, but like you got a movie with $150 million, like put some money onto painting Jason Momoa correctly. Yeah. Like it sort of feels like they maybe also like, we're like, now we need to make him grey. He's going to require 3 different layers of grey, and he's like, I will do one, and that's it. Like that's sort of, you know, and you can paint my eyes. Yeah. Like, I don't know. It was odd.
He just never reached that like level of like, wow, this is impressive.
Yeah, and I don't like, and this goes to a marketing thing. I don't like that we saw a lot of, like all but one scene of Lobo's was seen in pre-release.
Yeah.
All but one scene of Superman's was seen in pre-release, and I don't
know.
love that.
Movies have got to stop doing this.
I would have been way more hyped if I had just seen Lobo in that scene where he walks sort of through the darkness and you recognize his silhouette, and that was it. One thing, just while I'm on that, there is a scene I actually really, really enjoyed where it's a scene in the trailer where she goes, "This is going to go really badly for you guys. You guys all ready for this? Everyone's got their guns ready." Doing that whole thing. I really liked it. They were like, "Ruthie, go and hide under there." And then the camera just like sat on Ruthie for like the whole time. Well,
you saw it all happen.
Well, you saw it all happen in the background, but it didn't show you very clearly. It was all sort of off-camera stuff, and you were seeing things happen. And I liked that they were like showing it from her perspective. Like, this is the first time she's seen Kara like really go for it, and we're not really seeing it. We're just seeing sort of like chairs be flung, people fly across the room, and there was like 10 guys around her, and just boom, crashing, and she's like looking, yep, checking in, yep, you still okay, no worries, come back. I thought that was cool. It made her seem sort of like mythical rather than, you know, when they give you everything and they see you. It's like when a horror movie just shows you sort of like those the outskirts, and you're like, oh, hold on. Now we know, but I just thought that was a cool little.
Yeah, no, I agree. That scene was cool, and then like I was going to almost say that it felt a bit like Gunn-esque, but then his version of that is, I'm going to show you everything.
Yeah, it's the reverse.
Yes, it's like I'm going to get a panning camera that goes constantly around as you guys dance in the middle, and
exactly. So like that sort of thing. But I liked the, you know, the lack of show in that instance. I thought was really a cool little thing. And also there was a couple of moments in space. I really liked all the space stuff.
We got a really cool cameo.
Cool. We did get a cameo from Seth Rogen, which was super random.
I was like, I heard the voice, I was like, is that Seth Rogen?
Yeah, and then he says like one more thing, and you're like, yep, certainly is.
Yeah, I was like, what? How did we get Seth Rogen in a DC movie?
Super random. But here for it. All right, let's talk Superman. So Superman is in this movie littered throughout. Now, he doesn't get a whole lot of scenes, but this is, again, an issue with marketing. The 4 or 5 scenes that he's got, we saw 4 of them.
I just don't think you need to show any of them in the marketing.
Any of them.
We know Supergirl is tied to Superman. Like,
I think they were really like panicking on the pre-release and started being like, Superman's in this, really? Check it out. And like, I don't think it's that much of a draw. Like, look at your box office from Superman last year. Like, you've got its fans, but the people who are the fans of it know Supergirl. They're coming to see it anyway. It's not.
Exactly.
I don't think you're getting like a general audience draw because David Corenswet is appearing. And I think it ended up being somewhat disappointing for me. I actually really liked all the scenes he was in. I thought they were not overhanded. They weren't overplayed.
There's one that goes. We discussed that there's a joke and it goes on for way too long.
Yeah,
and
it just
dimwit.
Yeah, that it frustrates me, and this is part of what frustrates me about this version of Superman is that they're really leaning into the. He's just a corn-fed farm boy. Like he's a goofball and all that sort of thing.
And it's fine to a point.
It's fine to a point, but we also need to remember that he can be like that while also being super intelligent because he is.
Yeah.
And he does make the joke that oh, I'm talking, but you don't understand what I'm saying. Fine. He then continues to be like, oh, so you know Kansas? Oh, of course you don't know where Kansas is. Like, you don't know where Kansas is. Of course you don't. Why do I ask? But like, does that, and then sort of like talks back to himself, and like, there's a point of no return where it's like anyone can make that mistake. No worries. Oh, we don't probably make the mistake a second time, and then you just sort of keep going, and it's like now you just seem like an idiot rather than someone who is super intelligent, but was like, oh yeah, I didn't think about that. Anyway, you're making the same mistake a bunch, and that sort of makes me go, you're trying to make him like charming and bumbling and stuff, but he's charming and bumbling when he's Clark. He's still Superman when he's Superman, and you can be like that. Yeah. But there's no audience. He's talking to his cousin. Like, just relax.
Yeah, it almost feels like there should have been like canned laughter at that part. Like that's the level of joke we're going for.
Yeah, exactly. But other than that, David Cornsweet I thought was a good addition. I liked that we sort of saw his layering through it. I have one controversial Superman take here. Now you can see this in Superman, and you can see this in Supergirl. There is a scene in his apartment in both films. It frustrated me. Now, this is a Superman thing that we really need to think about. I understand, Superman, that you are saving the world, but this is a sin. He has a TV on the wall in his apartment and a single chair facing it. A single chair like this that I'm sitting in.
He's a one guy.
And then an ottoman that in both movies someone has sat on with their back to the TV and faced him. You got a girlfriend, guy. You've got a girlfriend. One chair isn't enough. One chair facing the TV isn't enough. Now, I get that you're out saving the world. But I 100% believe, are they not living together?
No, I don't. They mustn't be.
No, they're not living together.
They go to Lois's apartment.
They go to her apartment, and she has couches like a normal person.
There's another red flag happening there. His apartment is like chair, ottoman, TV, nothing.
Yeah.
Hers, there is stuff everywhere.
Yeah.
She has one of those like gloriously messy movie apartments.
Exactly.
And his is like just like a box. His is back rooms.
Yeah. Ding, ding. Now, I get it, but I implore you to go and look at the Superman movie and watch this and not be distracted by the fact that Clark has a single chair and no couch facing his TV. I know you have guests over. It's not appropriate. I've seen guests over in 2 movies now.
He has guests over and he just gets the cape out to show it off.
Yeah, it's super weird. I don't like it.
Take the single seat while I get my cape.
Exactly. I don't like it. It's not ideal viewing circumstances. And presumably for your job.
Not to mention, he was also like skew whiff to the TV as well. It's not like he's not dead on like, yes.
It's like, better get that outdoor lighting.
80-inch TV to myself. Yeah. He's like, I'll sit and watch it like this, off to the side.
Anyway, that is Superman committing sins on screen 2 movies in a row.
Yeah.
Don't like it. Sort it out.
Come on, DC.
Krypton. The stuff with Krypton. Really loved it.
I liked it better than I thought it was going to. Yeah. I think in some of the trailers I was a little bit like, oh.
Yep. I thought the visuals for Krypton looked good, as in the design of what Krypton looked like. Yeah, I was really on board with.
I still don't like her outfit that she wore in the space suit.
Oh, yeah, that's...
It's such a weird choice.
I don't know. It's like the day the Earth stood still.
Yeah, it's just really
super weird. It's like
Spice Girls level of puffer jacket.
Yes, that's pretty much what it is.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell's going on here?
I mean, the entire ship is just an orb.
Yeah.
It's not really a ship, it's just like a orb, so
You know, it was a weird choice.
But other than that, I really liked the Krypton stuff. They did double down on Superman's harem and the Conqueror of Earth storyline, so that's fun.
It's a choice.
That's a choice, yep. Spread your seed, Clark, is, really weird.
I was the title of the third movie. Superman, Spread Your Seed.
Yeah. I was curious as to whether we would see Bradley Cooper appear again and Clementine from Westworld as the mum, as Lara, but we did not. Mm-hmm. But then I really liked the arc and how they played out the Krypton story and what.
It was interesting to see that side of things of like, well, Kal-El's been sent, and then like, what point does Kara get sent? Like, that was
and it was like to find out that he was sent. Like, my understanding was always that she had grown up with him as a baby, was older than him essentially, but then because of something with her ship being sent, she arrived years later. And he'd aged 33 years and she had like left at 23 and arrived at 23. But he had left as a baby, landed as a baby, aged 33 years before she, like that was how I always understood it. Whereas in this, they actually played it the way that, so in theory, he's sent.
She is just 10 years younger than
she is born 8 years later and then arrives. So he would have been 2 at that point. And they play the 10 years younger thing, which is, it's an interesting way to tell it. I thought it was pretty cool. Look, honestly, I think the film had its weak points, but it had some real cool stuff. Some of the fight choreography I really liked.
The fight scenes weren't too bad. There's some interesting ones in there. I would have liked to see a bit more. I think they really heavily relied on like, hey, she's quick, there goes a blur. Rather than just showing us like a fight scene and stuff, which is hard when you've got these super powered beings that are so overpowered. Like,
my favorite thing is when they do the old Man of Steel dive bomb, grab them, slam them, slam them, slam them, and you're like, oh, okay, cool, we're doing that, 1, 2, 3. But then she's like, and flip. And flip, and I was like, yes.
The flip was cool.
I liked they sort of added to that, and she's just like,
and then they go to the shot of the guy on the ground, and he's just like, and I'm like, definitely had a broken neck.
Just from the whiplash. But honestly, I'm happy to see Millie Alcock did so well in the role. I'm excited to see her in Man of Tomorrow.
Has she been confirmed for Man of Tomorrow?
Yes.
Cool.
And I think it's one of those things now where I'm looking at it and going, she's going to be a big element of my excitement for Man of Tomorrow. So, that's where we are. Supergirl, I think I gave it a 3.5.
I was probably sitting somewhere around there. I enjoyed it. It was fun. Like, I think
I've had to lower my Superman score because I don't think it's worth a 4, but I liked it more than Superman, and I have Superman at 3.5. So I'm going to have to lower Superman to 3 because I notably liked Supergirl better, but I don't think it's worth a 4.
I enjoyed it. It was good fun.
There you go.
That's about it, really.
Well, that is it for this week on the podcast. We are going to take a short break because we've got school holidays. We might try and see Jackass and film somewhere else if we can. But other than that, it's good to have you here. And remember, when you come to the movies, there are no bad seats.